Good morning. I'm working on to figure out how to make a blog post this morning using video about, I'll tell some stories about making videos and this new project I'm working on. I tried this working on my phone, making videos with my phone, and it's working pretty good. It's like kind of a surprise, I didn't really think. It's amazing how well this works. It's like I'm using a Samsung Note 9, and it works really well. And kind of caught me by surprise. And I like, so I'm making videos and telling stories. I was thinking about the best thing I have to offer is my education. I didn't go to school a lot. I kind of dropped out of school many times. I've dropped out of school, and I wrote, I write books. I wrote a book. I finally got my book published. I've been trying to publish my book for years and working on that book, and I finally got my first book published, and I'm working on creating audio for the website. My website, I've been building that website for years, and it's kind of where it is. It's not all that great. It's pretty basic, website, and I'm using WordPress for the website, and Bluehost is my hosting company, and I use them, and everything's going. I've never had a problem with them. I've been using Bluehost for pretty much ever since I've been building websites. I've been using Bluehost, and I got no complaints. I like them. They always, anytime I've ever had troubles, they've been right there to fix it. And so I like Bluehost. And WordPress is fine. I always thought I wanted something more fancier than that. Drupal, I was going to do Drupal, and then I kind of decided I didn't really like PHP. I would rather use Python, and that was fine. But it's just I ended up using WordPress, and I wish I knew now I wish I knew then what I know now about WordPress, because I would have did it totally different. When you start up a WordPress website, when you get an account, a website at Bluehost, for example, and the mistake I made was I just installed Linux. I did the WordPress, and then after I already had a whole bunch of content on there and everything, I saw a video, one of my favorite video guys, and can't remember his name right now, but he said, you should use a subdomain for your blog. And as soon as he said that, I said, oh, wow, see, I could have had the WordPress blog and a website to play around with besides that. And I wish I would have done that. And it would have been, my whole website would have been different. And now I'm kind of like, at some point, I'll probably replace that. But for now, I'm just going with what I've got. I've got a pretty decent website. It's, it's not nearly as pretty as a lot of websites I see around the internet, but it's not bad, and I like it. It's kind of old-fashioned, The main thing I am trying to deliver or provide, or whatever you want to call it, is the content, the word, the stories. Not only the stories I tell in videos, but the stories I write. And my writing isn't exactly academic, up to academic standards or anything like that, but it's just my writing and my style. I like my style. My education comes from reading thousands and thousands of books. I've been reading since I learned how to read when I was 10 years old. I've been reading ever since then, and I've never stopped. And now I'm 60, so that's 50 years I've been studying, seeking the truth about science, science, history, philosophy, and religion, and I've studied all of it. And so that's the value I have to add to the conversation and the internet and the global cloud of artificial intelligence is that education of reading thousands and thousands of books, mostly nonfiction. I used to read a lot of fiction, but not anymore. I like science fiction, because I'd read some stuff and it was kind of like, I really don't like reading stuff like this. All the fighting. I can't believe how many, like, you go into a used bookstore and every book is about violent, terrible things about human nature, and I'm just like, what? Why is that so entertaining? Why did people think that's entertaining? So my tastes have changed over the years, and I've kind of tried to peaceful. I've had enough violence and competition and violence and everything like that. I just kind of like unity and peace and harmony, and let's all share the earth. I mean, there's plenty of natural resources. There's no shortage of natural resources. So anyway, let's get back to the making videos. You can use your phone. The Note 9 is kind of a top of the line. It's a couple of years old, but it's pretty nice. It's a nice phone, and I've had it for several years, and I've never tried to make videos with it. I've made a couple short little clips, but I'm making videos and adding them to my website, and I'm just kind of sprinkling them around. I've kind of got a pattern. I want to, I'll start out making each section like business and computer and websites and artisan. Each one will have a video about that topic, and then, and I limit them to 15 minutes just because that's kind of my own setting. I don't know if I need to do that, but that's what I'm doing, at least for now. And so I'll start using videos on I think the videos will complement the stories really well. I think that's really actually a very good idea. And but I want to keep writing, because writing, reading is a really important way of learning. They started doing this 10,000 years ago, at least 6,000 years ago. People have been writing, and it's been a very important feature of human nature is reading and writing. And so the videos are kind of complement the writing. They don't replace it. And so that's what this is all about. It's about teaching, about learning how to use this technology to create my own channel of entertaining education, and trying to teach people how to use the internet and computers to create their own channel of entertaining education, to teaching people how to do some skill. What I'm trying to teach people is how to create a holistic home office, a profitable holistic home office. That's what I want to try to do. And I've always had this idea of having two websites. The one would be the home office one, and the other one would be the kind of the home, the healthy human being one that teaches people how to live natural, healthy life. Because I studied a lot of that. When I was recovering from the drug addiction, I read a lot of books about that. When I went to drug treatment, I found, I don't know where I got those books, but I had a physiology textbook and a psychology textbook, and I read those in the treatment center when I was kicking the drugs, and so that's what I do. I read, and when I was kicking drugs, I read a lot of scientific documentation about addiction and recovery, and so I have a lot of stories to tell about that subject also, and I figured that would be as kind of a separate website, and I'll do that. And that's kind of what my plan is I'll do another website about that, and then after I get that website going, I'll transfer this website over to a kind of a holistic home office 2.0 kind of situation, so I can use all the skills I've learned by building this website. I've learned a lot by building this website, and I'll be able to share that with you. And it's fun, this is fun. And I suggest, that you can do the same thing. Get yourself a nice phone. I also have a camera, and I have I have thousands and thousands of pictures. I know one day I went out and one day I took over 1,000 pictures, so I've got a lot of pictures. I've gone out several times. I bought it's a tiny little entry-level camera. It's called SLR, whatever. I can't remember the name of that camera. Rebel. It's what is it? Anyway, it's a camera. It's a nice camera, but it's small. It's not a big professional one. It's just a little camera. And so I go out on these little photo sessions, and I walk around Seattle and take pictures, and take a ferry and ride across the harbor, Puget Sound, and take pictures of downtown Seattle and all the trees and islands and Mount Rainier. And so I just, like I said, I wanted to create a blog post this morning. So I kind of woke up early, and I'm just writing right now I'm making the video, and then after this I'll write a story about it, and kind of get in the habit, because because I got to write a blog post or I got to write an article. And getting the articles arranged, and some of the articles could be combined into one bigger article, rearranging the stories and stuff, and because I want to get them to where they're really valuable, like people can use them as references, and they can come and look at they're trying to do some project, working on some project, and they need a reference to, like I do all the time. I'll look at a website and I'll say, oh, this is the procedure, and you go step by step. And that's kind of what I want to do with this website, and I would want a lot of really nice, good, valuable content. That's what I'm working on, and it's, right now it's still early. I've been doing this for a long time, but I finally, everything's coming together. I got that book published on lulu.com, and that's a big deal. So I got my first book published. Now I'm making videos. That's another new thing for me. And I got the websites, like I said, it's not where I wish, I wish it was a little bit better, but it's okay. I mean, it's all right. The main, because it's the stories. It's not the look and feel of the website. That's what my unique, what I'm providing, and is the knowledge of just reading thousands and thousands of books. I think it's valuable. I think I can help people, and I want to help people. I like helping people. I want to make it as easy as possible for people that, like me, who have gone through what I went through when I was a kid, and just the horrors of my life, drug addiction and everything, can recover. And not only individually, but also collectively make our society more healthy and sustainable. Because right now our society is not sustainable. Our society is pretty sick, and it seems like it's getting worse and worse. And so I want to try to do everything I can. I want to help as many people as I can become prosperous, peaceful, prosperous, happy and healthy and wealthy, people. I want the whole entire human race to thrive. And, the best thing, I always figure, this income inequality, the best way to fix that is income inequality is to teach poor people how to make money. And that's one of the things I'm trying to do here. So I see my 15-minute limit is coming up, so I better go ahead and let this go. It doesn't seem like it might not be that great of a video, but we'll see. And have a great day. Peace and prosperity to all mankind.